John Oakes here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods, shooting out of our new facility here in Homer City, Pennsylvania. We have our new inventory here. This is a 1971 Chevrolet C10 fleet side pickup truck here. So we've got it up on the lift for you here today. As we do with all of our vehicles, we're going to take you through the underside of it first here and show you exactly what you're looking at here. And then once we're all done there, we'll get it down off the lift. So starting as we always do, up underneath the rear end of the truck here, you can see all the frame rails back here on the rear, nice and straight and solid and painted up. Nice shiny gloss black paint. All steel floors here on the bed. Steel bed sides. The whole body on this thing is all steel. You'll see that once we go up above. But again, yeah, everything underneath here looks really, really good. You can see it's got dual exhaust here. All new stuff here. MagnaFlow dual exhaust too. MagnaFlow mufflers on their duals. As far as the rear suspension goes on this truck, we'll start here in the center. This is a GM 12-bolt truck rear end here in this car. You can see it's in real nice shape, all painted up nice and black there. It's got the panhard bar in here too to help keep the rear end located laterally side to side in the vehicle. You see it's got the stock suspension arms on it here on the back. New shocks, you can tell it's got all new bushings on all the shocks where the bolts go through into the suspension arms. All new brake lines here too, run across the rear end there out to the brakes. These are drum brakes on the rear too, by the way. Now this truck has a set of custom wheels on it. We'll see those better obviously from the outside, but it's 20-inch wheels on both the front and the rear of this truck, and they're Foose wheels. They're look to be like a powder coated black 5-spoke style wheel, but again, real nice look on this truck here. Got the low profile tires on it too, so it really looks nice. Got it sitting down just a little tiny bit, but again, real nice look. Coil springs back here, these are all new too. You can tell those are all nice and powder coated too, so again, real nice there. Drive shaft then too. So this takes us up to the center of the truck. Now the one thing you do not see back here is a fuel tank. That is because this does have the fuel tank in its stock location up in behind the seat, you know, in the cab of the truck. So your fuel fill neck, everything is going to be up there. So that's why you do not see one mounted back here. Okay, under the center of our Chevy C10 fleet side truck here, we can take a look at the floors now here, some of the cross members in this truck. Again, this whole truck's super, super clean here on the underside. So the floor is all good and solid, all nice and shiny, black paint underneath here. No issues to speak of whatsoever. There's no holes, no patching. Again, all nice condition floors here, all the way out into the rockers here. Just nice, nice truck. Frame rails, again, same thing, nice and straight and square the whole way front to back on this truck. So again, no issues there. You have your several cross members on a truck. Your first one's back here that your rear suspension arms mount to. That thing is in excellent condition. It looks new in here. You've got the transmission cross member here also, just as good a condition as what the back one is back here. Again, nice and straight and square, no issues there. As far as transmission goes, this appears to have a turbo 400 in it. They've upgraded the oil or the transmission pan on this to a TCI pan, at least TCI pan. I'm not sure if the whole transmission is or not, but I know the pan is, and it's the finned aluminum, so that's going to help with some cooling of the transmission fluid there. So, you know, a nice addition there that they made to it. Now, there's a couple things under here. I'm not sure if you can see from the camera. They may look a little bit awkward here, but it has digital gauges. So you've got these special connections down here that mount to the transmission for the speedometer. Again, it kind of took me off by surprise because I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but that's what it is. It's just the electrical hookups for the digital gauges that they have inside the interior of the truck here. So yeah, that's the transmission. It's got the emergency brakes here all hooked up. So again, all the correct hardware here, frame hooks, cable, run all the way back. You've got the hook back here in the cross member, and then those lines go right back the sides of those rear trailing arms on this truck. So it's all a clean mount. Everything's all, you know, run real nice on this truck as far as brake lines, fuel lines, electrical connections too. I mean, they really did a real nice job underneath here. So as you see, all new exhaust again. It's got, looks like it has a set of shorty headers on it, like the block hugger style headers. It's got, you know, probably two and a half inch maybe exhaust on here, but again, it's all got real nice bends. They've got it tucked up as tight as you can to those frame rails and cross members. And again, it does come back here through some tailpipes, and then out the it's got a set of nice box tips on the rear of it there. And again, I've already mentioned MagnaFlow exhaust, so it's got a real good sound to it with those MagnaFlow mufflers. So that's really it. Under here, we do have the, it's got the cover for the flywheel here, and that's going to help keep dirt and debris out from causing any kind of damage to the flywheel that may occur. So that's a good safety feature. All vehicles should have those, and I know all the ones that we do here, we always make sure that those are on for that reason. We just don't want any damage or premature failure to ever occur, at least in that area right there. So, all right, and here we are now at the front end of our Chevy C10 1971. So we're going to go ahead and just do it like we always do, work from side to side across the front end here. And what we have here, again, as far as running gear, I've already mentioned it's got a set of 20-inch Foose wheels, all four corners, 20-inch. It's got brand new Milestar tires. Again, you can see the tread on these things. Now they are a low profile tire, a high performance tire, so you don't see big lugs on these. They're more of a performance, keep you close to the ground and get you a lot of traction there. So yeah, they got Milestar tires on the front ones. Those are 255/45 ZR20s, and I'm pretty sure the backs, I believe, are 275/45 ZR20s, I believe, on the back. But again, matching tires, matching tread, so everything's all the same. Just inside those wheels, we got a set of disc brakes here. These are power disc brakes up front. All your steering components right up front here for you to see. Tie rods, the dust covers here, those are all intact to help keep the dirt and debris out, keep the grease in as it should be. You can see they've got these heavy duty adjusters too on them, so if you ever needed to do you know, set your alignment on the front end, do your toe, anything like that, it's got these heavy duty adjusters. You can just break loose the jam nuts here, turn that adjuster, and it'll move you in or out whichever way you need to go. Looks like they've got all new rubber brake lines here, as well as the hard brake line run across the front cross member there. Stock stamped steel front suspension components, so your lower control arms, the upper A arms up above, those are all stock but in good shape. You see the little rubber bump stops here on the tops of the lower control arms. Those are intact on both sides. Again, stock suspension, so you got your coil spring in the bucket, you've got your shock mounted to the back side of your control arm. Just like on the back end though, these shocks are brand new. You can tell because of the bushings and everything where the bolts go in. Everything's all new and urethane style bushings. Again, drag link, all that stuff's in good condition on this truck as well. And the cross member, you can just look how nice that is too, nice and straight. Hasn't been touched on this truck, so again, been taken care of, and it hasn't been roughed up in any way, so everything's in good condition. Your frame rails, your frame horns that come out to the front here, those are nice, square and straight, just as nice as you could want for a truck like this underneath. That's really about it for the underside of our truck. We'll go ahead and finish this up here, and then we'll get it down off the lift. And we're going to take it out for you. We'll go ahead and show you around the outside, the inside also, and then under the hood as well. All right, we've got our 1971 C10 now off the lift, so we can go around the outside of here for you, show exactly what we're looking at here. Then we'll take the inside and then underneath the hood as well. So again, we start up front here. This whole truck, fenders, hood, cab, bed, and inside of the bed, all steel components. There's no fiberglass components, no wood bed. This one's all steel. So fitment on these front fenders and the hood, all really nice. Again, this red exterior, smooth, shiny paint here. You can see our side marker lights as we go the whole way around. You'll notice they've got a little bit of the black trim around them. And then the lenses on all of these side marker lights are in excellent condition. There's no cracks or chips or anything like that. And they've done this black trim, and you'll notice that kind of throughout this truck a little bit, especially with these wheels here, which is what we'll take a look at next. These are 20-inch wheels. These are Foose wheels. So it looks to be like they're a powder-coated wheel. They've got the machine lip around the wheel, the outer edge of it. 5-spoke design, again 20-inch. Mounted on those are brand new Milestone tires, all new, all 4 corners. The fronts are 245, 45, 20s. The backs are 275, 45 ZR20s. Again, like I said, all new. So we'll work back here a little bit. Our windshield trim. So the molding around the windshield, that's all black, again, to go along with everything else. The black trim around the wing windows, again, just to kind of match up with the black on the wheels and the black on those side marker lights. As far as the door goes, you'll see the gaps here on the front and on the rear of the door. Very uniform on this truck. Elevations are really, really good on both the front side and on the back side of the door. So again, the door fitment really good. You'll notice the custom 10 emblems on those front fenders as well. Something else here, we've noticed from our underside video that the fuel tank has remained in its original location right up here, not underneath the bed. And they've got a nice little chrome gas cap fill here. So again, that is where your fuel tank is. We'll open our door up. Just take a quick peek on the inside here. Again, you've got that same red as the rest of the exterior of the truck. And then they've done a two-tone color scheme on the inside here, a tan and a red two-tone upholstered interior in here with door panels, the bench seat, the carpeting. They even have an upholstered headliner in this truck. But again, we'll take a look at all that stuff once we get inside the truck for you. Closes up nice and tight, good solid thud. So again, you know with the ease of closing that the door's been adjusted up real good. Bed, again, all steel. So the sides here are all steel. The inside of this truck bed, the floor, it's all steel as well, and the tailgate. But again, you can see nice, straight, and smooth back to side. No waves or anything down the side. It's just as straight as can be. Again, there's 20-inch wheels back here. There's Foose wheels with those Milestone tires. Again, these are the 275 45 ZR20s. And again, rear marker light, got that same black bezel here around here. And then the lenses are excellent shape. There's no cracks or chips in those either. Okay, around the back side here of our 71 C10 truck, you can see again, all steel tailgate. Nice clean look back here too. Free from emblems, free from any logos or anything like that. So again, nice and smooth back here. Does have the working latch right here, you know, just a factory stock latch. We'll go ahead and drop the tailgate on this real quick for you. And you can see the inside of the tailgate. Very nice too. Nice shiny red paint, just like the rest of the truck. You can see it's got this nice trunk mat in here. And again, we'll just lift that up for you there real quick just to take a look. Again, nice underneath, all solid metal. Now again, this truck's probably been used a little bit. So you got a couple little dents in the floor of the truck. But again, the trunk mat covers that up, makes it real nice, clean look back here. You can see it's got the factory sized wheel tubs back here, all steel again as well. No fiberglass components in this truck whatsoever. We've got tinted rear glass, if you can look up there. And again, the black trim, the black molding around that rear glass up there. And again, this tailgate is tethered with the stock style latches over there. So we'll go ahead and close this up. Closes up nice and solid there. And the tail lights themselves, the lenses, the backup lenses, your parking and brake lenses down here too. Those look to be all new stuff. You can see that there's no cracks or chips in either one of those. So again, those are in excellent shape. And you can see how nicely polished up that rear bumper is too. The chrome on that thing is immaculate. And then just down underneath, from what we saw of our underside video, we've got dual exhaust, tailpipes out the rear, and they do have them finished off with these nice box tips back here for the exhaust to shoot out of. So that's really it for the back side of the truck. All right, here we are now on the passenger side of the truck. So again, we'll just quickly work our way up through again. So it's going to be all the same as what we just went over on the driver's side. So just to hash over, we've got those black bezels here on our side marker lights, the rear one as well as the front. The lenses on these are again in excellent shape. No cracks or chips out of those lens covers whatsoever. Again, they've elected to go with that real smooth and clean look. So they've done away with the wheel lip moldings on this, just with the steel of the truck. Nice look. Again, the Foos 5-spoke wheels, 20-inch wheels, 5-spoke, powder coated, polished, and then they have that machine lip around the outside of them. 20-inch tires as well. These are the 275, 45 ZR20s on the back. And then we come up here again, all straight panels. They do have the drip rail moldings on this truck both sides and all the way around the top of the windshield. But they elected to go with the same color as the rest of the car, so they painted them that red exterior paint around the drip rails. Now those are all in good condition too. They're not dented up or dinged up. They're nice and straight the whole way around. And again, they travel the whole way around that windshield there too with that molding. Again, the doors, you can see the door gaps here on the back side and on the front side. Very good and very uniform on this truck. Again, elevations are really nice, not only on the driver's side, but on this passenger side as well. Driver and passenger side mirrors on this truck, so again, you're going to be able to see all the way around you if you're driving this. We'll go ahead and pop this door open as well. And again, you'll see that same red exterior, real nice down the whole inside of the door, throughout the door jamb areas too. Weather stripping looks to be in real good shape too, the whole way around. That looks to be all fairly new stuff. No cracks or tears or pieces taken out of it. Real nice, intact. Door sill plates. Got these nice little flat, like a polished aluminum door sill plate in here in the thresholds. So those are real nice. Again, that two-tone interior, the tan and the red upholstered door panels, the seats, as well as the headliner there. So again, stuff we'll take a look at a little bit later here. Again, that door shuts real nice and solid as well. Gets us up to our front fender here. We got, again, that same custom 10 logo over here on the back side of the front fender. All steel fenders. Again, the 20-inch wheels up front, the steel hood up here too. Again, this is a stock hood, and then those black bezels around the side marker lights up front here as well. And the lens covers on those, excellent shape, no cracks or chips whatsoever in any of those. All right, here we are now at the front end of our 71 C10. Again, we got all steel hood here, and this thing fits really, really nice. Again, probably the factory hood for this thing again. All big, heavy steel hood here. You can see the gaps at least along this side. Very nice from front to back, very uniform. So again, fender and hoods adjusted real nice. You can see how well it fits across the top of this grille too. Speaking of the grille, you'll notice this is not just your standard stock grille here in this truck. All this bright work, this grille here, this polished, looks like a polished billet grille. This is all custom for this truck. Very nicely polished up chrome front bumper. Now these look to be an upgraded headlight here. Probably those HID lights that they've come out with there to kind of take the place of like your stock like sealed beam headlights here. So those look to be upgraded there. Again, the lens covers on our parking lights down here. Those are in excellent shape too. No cracks, no chips in those, as well as the lenses in our headlights here as well. Now, as far as opening the hood up, that's why I've got this here in my hand. Little special tool here for it. Again, being that this is a custom grill, your hood latch is in behind that. So to help get back in there and reach for that, we got this special little hook tool here. So if you bear with me for just a moment, I'm going to go ahead in here, hook our latch, and open our hood so we can take a look underneath. There we go. So again, if we open that up, then you just have to kind of slide this back out. Be careful with it. There we go. So underneath our hood, as you can see, got that same red exterior paint underneath the hood as what we do on the rest of the vehicle. Nice and smooth and shiny underneath here. Again, the underside of the hood's in excellent condition. Inside, they've painted everything red in here, so your inner fender wells, the firewall, it's all the same red as what the exterior of the truck is. In here for a power plant, we've got here, it's a small block Chevy. Now this is a crate motor, so it's you know, a little newer block here. We've got the flat black or matte black Chevrolet air cleaner and matching valve covers on it. Got the breather and the valve covers as well as the PCV valve over here on the other side. Got an Edelbrock single feed carburetor, 4-barrel carb. It does have electric choke on that as well. Black painted Edelbrock Performer EPS intake on there. So again, fuel delivery, that makes that much better. It gives it just a little bit more performance out of there too. And we've got a set of Hedman long tube headers that go all the way back through the dual exhaust and out the tailpipes on this vehicle. Power brakes, you'll see those are disc brakes up front, drum brakes on the rear, and also power steering on this car as well. Now this has an aftermarket radiator. It's kind of a later model radiator, so they've fitted up to this truck. So again, it's got the transmission cooler built into it as well. So that makes it nice and clean up front here, so you don't have transmission coolers and everything like that all over the place. So again, one unit takes care of both the cooling for the motor and for the transmission there as well. Mechanical fuel pump, aluminum water pump with an aluminum pulley on it, chrome alternator as well. So again, everything underneath this, the hood here, as far as the motor goes, in real good shape here. We've also upgraded to an HEI ignition on this car, so you've got the HEI distributor on there. You don't have the stock points and coil and all that stuff. One unit, and it's a lot more efficient for you as well. And then you'll also notice we've got all of the heater lines hooked up here, so that's all good to go for you as well. That's really about it for underneath the hood here. And here we are now inside our C10 here, 71. We'll just kind of start over on the driver's side there, kind of work our way right across here, show you what we have inside. Again, I've mentioned it's got custom two-tone interior, so not quite sure. I don't think this is leather. It's kind of like a soft vinyl here. But again, you can see how nice the two-tone is. They've carried it over onto the door panels. So for the most part, your armrest, most of your door panels all tan. They've got the red inlays in there too to dress it up. Also, you have over there billet aluminum door cranks and window cranks over there as well. Both sides, the matching set there for both of those. As far as the dash goes, this is factory dash. It's all painted red. You do have the red pad up on top. Now they've actually upgraded to some digital gauges on here. So you have a digital speedometer, digital tach, you have digital fuel gauge, digital oil pressure, digital water temperature, and a digital voltmeter as well. It's got a tilt column, it's column shift, and they've gone ahead and changed out the steering wheel. We put a Grant, kind of a sport style wheel on here, and everything's working on that. Horn works too. It's got your 4 ways on there as well in the column. As far as the center of the dash, they have upgraded this also. They've taken the stock radio out, and we now have a digital AM FM radio in here. I would presume it's probably either a custom auto sound or a retro sound type radio. It's one of those to where you don't have to modify the dash whatsoever. It fits right in stock location with no cutting or modification necessary. So they have that in here. We've got the factory heater controls, and of course the big glove box over here. They've gone ahead and added the Chevrolet bow tie emblem over here. Now, as far as carpeting goes, you can see they've done the tan carpeting to kind of, offset all of the red in here as well. The bench seat up front here, we are complete with seat belts. Again, the two-tone here as well, the tan, the red inlays, and then they have the Chevrolet bow tie emblem embroidered here on the tops of the seats as well. Even if you look upwards here at the headliner, they've got this custom upholstered headliner, two-toned tan with the red inlays, and then they've got the tan sun visors here to go along with it. So that's really about all that's on the inside here too. Again, all nice stuff here. A little bit more of a custom truck here with the grille, with all the smooth body panels, no emblems or logos or stuff like that all over the place. It's got the wheels on it. It's been lowered slightly, and then it's got the custom interior in here too for you as well. So overall, real nice truck, real good running truck. So all we have left to do now is just to go ahead and fire it up for you. In the meantime, if you have any questions about this truck or any other vehicle that we have in our inventory, definitely feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email. All of our contact information will be made available to you throughout all the pictures and video, as well as on our website, HANKSTERS.com.